car actually crashed into our neighbor's house. I go, I'm in trouble, and there's police in the driveway, and
Oh, no.
and I didn't see it, and I stepped in this kid's poo.
Yeah, you're lucky, like, you didn't get shot or anything. This is Jen Liv. She's a good comedian friend of mine, amazing actress. She's on a new show. What was it?
It's called Foul Play.
She's on 3 episodes.
Yes, with Anthony Davis on TBS.
Can you say who you play?
So it's actually a prank show,
Okay.
and we are pranking all different like athletes and celebrity athletes. And I was pranking Jaden Daniels.
Who's that?
He's the okay, I'm really bad at sports. I did Google him. I was like, oh, he has like 1 million followers. I should probably know who this is.
Mhm.
It's really, really, really fun. So they just kept bringing me back, and they actually brought me in for the show.
Oh, so it was like a thing where you only were going to do one, and
Yeah,
like,
they
she
brought
was
me
so
in-
good, we got to bring her
Yeah,
again.
they brought me in
That's
for
awesome.
one, and they brought me in 3 days before my
Mhm.
wedding.
Oh, no way.
And I was like booked out. I'm like, no, I'm not doing auditions. I rearranged everything to be on set.
Yeah, because I
And,
imagine 3 days before your wedding,
yeah,
you
I was
had a
supposed to be
lot
getting my hair.
planned.
I was getting my hair done with my mother-in-law. There were brunch plans with the in-laws.
That's really funny.
We had so much stuff planned that day.
Right.
And then when my mother-in-law came in the night before the shoot, late, we picked her up at the airport. And Nick's like, do you want to tell Mom the good news, bad news? I'm like, so I booked a TV show. She's like, amazing. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it films tomorrow morning. She's like, but we're getting our hair done in the morning. I go, you're getting your hair done in the morning. So I felt so bad, but she was happy for us. I mean, we took her out to dinner to soften the blow, and it was
Well, that's a
she's-
pretty good segue to what the podcast is about,
Yeah.
which is your childhood.
Hey!
So this is a new thing we're doing where I just wanted to bring people I know in and talk about what their being a kid was like.
Amazing.
And one of the things I asked you was your favorite snack,
Yes.
and you had the most specific answer.
Immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, thought about it. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know exactly what that
So
snack
what
is.
was it?
Okay, so you text me, what's your favorite snack as a kid?
Yeah.
And I'm like, tortilla and cheese.
And I said like quesadilla, and you said no, tortilla. and
No,
cheese.
It's like a quesadilla. I feel like you have 2 tortillas.
right.
There's cheese in between, maybe some chicken. Maybe it's being grilled on a
Right.
flat top, sliced up. No.
Maybe there's some integrity to it with a
No.
quesadilla.
Not for me. It would be one single tortilla.
Right.
2 slices of not the American sliced cheese out of the plastic wrap. I'm talking like a Tillamook cheddar. that
Yeah.
you have to hack off with like
Yeah.
a dull knife.
Well, have I got a surprise for you?
Do you have one for me?
A block of cheddar cheese and quesadillas. And I thought at the end maybe we could have a little
Yes.
celebratory snack.
Well, I am.
I'm looking forward to this
Delighted.
delicacy.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Take you right back to a very white family living in Albuquerque.
You grew up in
I
Albuquerque.
grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
What was your friend group?
Friend group, mixed friends group, I would say.
Who was your like best friend?
Best friend growing up. Well, when I was really young, my best friend was Annie. She
Mhm.
was our next door neighbor. We were
Mm.
pals. We did everything like young, and we were still in touch actually.
Did you guys ever get in trouble together?
No, I was a very good child.
You must have gotten in trouble once.
I really am thinking yes.
Okay. Or
One
broke a
time.
bone or something?
Okay, I did twist my ankle once, but no broken
Right.
bones. Like, come on. But I did get in trouble a couple of times where I would like leave the house and forget to mention where I was going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I left the house because my friend pulled up in her Volvo, and I'm like, "This is so cool! You have a driver's license."
Yeah.
We're like 15,
Yeah.
and we're just chit chatting, and then she's like, "Let's go get a coffee
Uh-huh.
at 9 p.m.," which we did.
Right.
And we went. We got a coffee. We hung out, maybe an hour or two. Meanwhile, my parents are like,
They
I
thought you
cannot
ran away or
believe she
something.
left without saying anything to us. So my dad is a real prankster. I think I get a lot of my sense of humor from him.
Mm-hmm.
My dad set up a bunch of pots and pans because he didn't realize I forgot my keys.
Right.
So he's like, well, when she comes in, she's going to clink, clink, clink.
Right.
We're going to get her in trouble.
Home Alone style.
Yes, it was exactly that. It was like a trap.
Yeah.
But ha ha ha, Dad, I snuck it through the dog door because I didn't have my keys. And I'm
That's
like
really
on the side
funny.
of the house, like squeezing through the dog door at like 11 p.m.
So did you get reprimanded the next day,
I
or what
did.
happened?
I was grounded, but
Yeah.
I was such a good kid. I felt so bad, and it was like very innocent. My
Right.
brother would get in trouble like way more often.
Was your brother older or younger?
Younger brother.
What kind of, like,
mean,
what's the first thing you think of when you think of your brother got in trouble all the time?
He snuck out,
Uh-huh.
and his friend did not have a driver's license.
And they were
But they were
driving?
joyriding. And then my mom was so upset because a car actually crashed into our neighbor's house
Uh-huh.
and from the street, like a drunk
Right.
driver or something.
Not having anything
Not
to
having
do
anything to do with that, but
Right.
it woke them up at like 2 a.m. And then they go to check on the kids. My sister, our youngest sister, she's like asleep like an angel in her bed. Me, asleep like an angel in my bed this
Mhm.
time. And then my brother, gone. My mom and Deb were driving the neighborhood. They're looking the streets. They're calling everyone's mom. They can't find the kids.
Mhm.
So my mom leaves a note on the door, like, wake us up when you get home. We want to make sure you're safe. My brother sneaks in. My mom hears them come in. And she and my dad are outside. My mom is usually pretty even-keeled.
Mhm.
And my mom's like, now let's just see what's going on. Blah, blah, blah. Let's like be calm. My mom comes in like, did you get my fucking note? And that's one of the only times I've ever heard my mom curse.
That's really funny.
She was so mad. And, it's like, get out of bed. And like,
Yeah.
they were pretending to be asleep. Get up,
Yeah.
and put my our buddy in the car and drove him home, 30 minutes home till like the sun came up, basically.
What was your first job as a kid?
Okay, besides babysitting,
Mhm.
which I'm really good at.
She is.
I'm
She's a
great
pro.
with kids. I would say Dion's Pizza in Albuquerque,
Mhm.
making pizzas.
Mhm.
And I'm really
Did
very good at making
did
pizzas.
any weirdos come into the pizza place ever?
No weirdos, lots of boyfriends, I would say.
Your boyfriends?
I had many boyfriends from Dion's Pizza.
Were they using you for free slices?
And we all worked there.
Oh no.
So I just had like boyfriends from
Right.
work all the time.
Right.
Separately,
Right.
But
No overlap.
No overlap. I was very
Mhm.
But yeah, I had a couple, at least 3 boyfriends from Dion's that
That's
I just
in like 6 months, probably.
No. I worked at Dion's honestly off and on for like 5 years.
Because relationships seem so long when you're in high school. You're like,
I know.
it broke my heart. We were together for 3 weeks.
I know. My final boyfriend worked at Dion's and we had started dating February.
Mhm.
And I think we graduated like May.
Right.
So 3 months.
Right.
And then he like broke it off because he was Mormon and like, leaving.
Right.
And I was devastated.
Who was the biggest bully in your maybe they didn't bully you, but someone that bullied somebody?
I had a girl when I was in middle school that bullied me, and she used to make me walk home from the bus with my arms like this.
No, what?
Yeah, like
why?
just evil. I don't know.
She would just say, "Hey, Jen, put your arms
I
up."
don't know. She was like so aggressive, and then
Oh,
she took my
no.
shoes and like threw them on the roof.
Like off of your feet?
Yeah,
No.
that was like the worst bullying that I could
Oh,
think
I'm
of.
so sorry.
I got through it.
I got farted on once. But he didn't that was just a one-time thing, one and done.
Yeah, I feel like it only happened a couple of times. The shoe thing definitely just one time.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was like 1 or 2 times. And then there was like some interceding, I believe.
Were you into theater and comedy? And
Yes.
What shows were you in? Or did you?
So when I was in middle school, I guess I was homeschooled for a little bit in middle
Mhm.
school. So 6th grade, I went to like a really, really terrible middle school that was like really scary. So my
Uh-huh.
mom pulled me out. We homeschooled in 7th grade. And
Oh, wait, why was it so scary?
A lot of gangs, a lot of violence,
Oh,
a lot
no.
of I don't know. This one kid was just looking for a seat on the bus, and they strung a master lock with a shoelace, and they
They
cracked
what?
his head open. Like take a master lock and then put a shoelace through it, so it becomes
Oh,
like one of these.
no.
And they cracked his head open,
In 5th grade?
like in 6th grade. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really bad, and they had to take him out of the back of the bus,
Right.
bleeding, and I'm like,
And you were there when that happened?
yeah.
And the other
kids
girl
were,
that
like,
bullied
hardened.
the other girl that made you go like this was still worse though.
No, she let me keep my hair.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like a really rough middle school.
Right.
And like, girls were getting like raped and like pregnant and
Ugh.
in 6th and 7th grade. It was
Right.
really, really, and then I kind of just like didn't want to go to school because I was like scared all the
Right.
time. So my parents pulled me out. They homeschooled me.
Mhm.
for the year, and I got to be in the homeschool band. If you think regular
What
band,
is the homeschool
it's
band?
just like a bunch of other like nerdy kids that are being homeschooled,
Uh-huh.
and then you just get together and make
Like
like
once a
like a
week?
concert band,
Okay.
you know? So I was playing oboe.
Right.
Very cool.
Very cool.
And
How
then
many boyfriends did you have from your oboe?
oboe, you didn't. 0. 0. Nobody liked the oboe. Nobody liked the oboe.
Right.
But yeah, I was in like a homeschool like acting, like
Mhm.
club or whatever. And so my very first play was Peter Pan, in
Aw.
which I played Mrs. Darling, the
Right.
mom.
Yeah.
And then partway through the production, Captain Hook dropped out. So they're just like, Jen, will you take it? So then I was doing both roles, which
Uh-huh.
I found very funny. Because
Right.
I'd be like, tender shepherd, singing to the kids to get them to sleep. Like, watch out for the hook in Act 2.
That makes me wish that there was like a Mrs. Doubtfire moment where you got caught between costumes
Ugh,
and scenes.
It would be
That
the
would have been
best.
so
It's like,
funny.
Mom, why do you have a hook on? Mom!
That's really funny.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. So that was like my first kind of like taste of theater. And I think I did like Albuquerque Children's Theater where it was like, fairy tales, stuff like that.
Did you and then you were just like, I want to do this forever? Or?
Yeah, in seventh grade, 8th grade, around that time, I was like, I only want to act
Right.
like forever. Like this is my new life. And my parents were like, she'll outgrow it. And
Right.
I just loved
Right.
it so much. And then 8th grade, we changed schools, like a way nicer neighborhood. And I like went back to school.
Was it still in Albuquerque?
Yeah, still in
Okay.
Albuquerque, but in just like the nicer area of Albuquerque. I had to
Right.
take a bus like 25 minutes.
How old were you when that happened?
I was in 8th grade.
What was your first car?
Oh, okay. Let's see. My very first car was a 1969
A 69?
F100.
That's a truck,
A
right?
giant
For us
old
city
turquoise
folk.
truck.
How did you get a truck from 69? Where'd that come
My
from?
dad found it probably for like $500. Who
Right.
knows? I mean, I was a kid.
Right.
So it was like huge.
Right.
And
It
then
sounds
it
like a
didn't have
tank.
power steering. Well,
Right.
they did want me to be safe. But the power steering, the wheel is like, you're like, it was
Right.
huge.
And you were smaller than you are now, for sure.
Exactly. And then it was like, it didn't have like a regular shifter. It had what's called 3 on a tree. So
What
you
is-
shift like on the
Oh,
steering
right.
column. And no power brakes. You just were like,
That's funny.
I had to really, it didn't last too long because it threw a rod.
Did you ever get any accidents in it or anything?
No, thank God. I really only had it for a few weeks. It was just, it kind of died quickly. I loved it so
That's
much.
funny.
It was turquoise. I love my truck. And then I got like a 1989 Harvest Gold hatchback
Mhm.
Honda Accord,
Ooh.
which I bought from my boyfriend at the time.
Nice.
So
From
we-
Dion's?
No Dion's connection on that one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no Dion's connection, except he liked to eat there.
Right.
But yeah, I had his car, and it was in good shape. And I do remember like at one point I guess I must have had my license, but maybe it was before I got that car. I was driving my dad's car
Mm-hmm.
because my friend like needed a ride home from school, and I had ding 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 the shiny new driver's license.
Right.
And it was probably around in between the time where like I lost the truck or like looking for a
Right.
new car, and I'm like, I'll drive you home. It's like a mile.
Right.
And I was driving back home down a hill, and there's like sirens behind me because I guess I was speeding because I'm going down a hill. And then I realized I left my license in my backpack on the floor in the garage.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh no. And then I
Yeah.
was like, I'm just going to drive home. So I just drove home with like sirens
With
following
the sirens
me.
behind you?
And
So sorry.
it's like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I pull into
So
the
how
driveway.
far is this?
It's like a 5-minute drive. I mean, I'm so close
So it's a
to
couple
home.
of miles.
Less, maybe
Okay.
like a mile.
Okay.
It's like, but the siren's like, woo, woo,
Yeah,
woo,
yeah.
woo, for that whole mile. And I'm like, just keep driving. I don't pull over. I was so
Yeah.
scared to get pulled over. I'd never been pulled over. I barely had my license.
Mhm.
And then I just ran into the house.
Oh, no, you ran?
I go, I'm in trouble, and there's police in the driveway, and I'm sorry. And my dad's like, what's going on? So he goes out to the driveway, and the officer's like, sir, did an assailant just run into your house? My dad's like, my daughter probably. And he's like, does she have like a warrant? They're trying to figure out like, why am I running?
Yeah.
And then in that moment, I slipped and made sure I had my license close by as if
Right.
I'd always had it.
Right.
And then I went to the officer, like tears streaming, like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what to do. I just panicked and drove home to my dad because I
Yeah.
was so scared.
Right.
I just liked the hill and it was like really scary. And they released me. No
Good.
charges for evading a police officer. He's like, you really need to like, ma'am, you have to pull over
Yeah.
when the when the lights are on. And I'm like, I just didn't know what to do because I'm a dumb girl.
You know that guy is still telling that story to this day.
Like,
It's like
and I
his
was like,
favorite pullover of all time.
I just drove home.
Yeah, you're lucky like you didn't get shot or anything. That's crazy.
I know it was insane of me to do, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I was scared, so I just was like, I got to get my license, and I'm just gonna pull this off with tears.
Do you, do you think that is
Acting coming in handy.
that's the moment you knew you should be an actor?
I
It's
was
like
like,
I can
think
do
I'm
anything.
pretty good at this.
Yeah. Would you say that's the dumbest thing you've did it as a kid, or
As a kid, yeah, you can't even think of anything stupid. That was real dumb.
yeah?
Okay, I did you one more dumb thing.
Okay.
In high school, Dion's company party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they like rented out this spot, and it was like adjacent to Indian land,
Mhm.
and so there was like a stream, but it was like just past the sign that was like, "This is like Indian land."
Right.
But I don't know.
Right.
We were like having pizza and hanging out, and they were like, "Oh, a river," and I'm like, "How fun!" Walk down, slip off the shoes, and then we got arrested.
No.
Yes, for being on Indian land, and we were
Right.
like, "Well, we were just dipping our feet." I had to get in the back of a police car. I was
Right.
like terrified.
Were you in cuffs? No, they didn't
They
put you
did
in
not
cuffs.
cuff
Okay,
me.
yeah, that would be
No,
crazy.
we weren't like we weren't like drinking or
Right.
lighting fire or like literally just took our shoes off and were like putting our feet in the water. We weren't really
Did
doing
they drive you down to the station?
No, they put us in the back. They wrote us a ticket and like a summons to court.
No way.
Yes. And so this is like after my senior year, and it was like, I was like, what if I go to jail and I like can't go to college?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you're fine.
Yeah.
And I did. I dressed up in my nicest dress. I went before the judge, and I'm like, I'm supposed to go to college in the fall. And we just didn't know.
Did he let you off with a warning, basically?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
some of the
But you
other
still had to go to court.
it was terrifying. And
Yeah,
then there
I'm
were
sure
like
it was.
there were like all these people in cuffs, like,
Yeah.
arrested, like awaiting trial.
Did you have any good role models growing up? Or like someone that you're like, this person like inspired me to pursue acting or anything?
Yeah, actually, I had a lot of people that like believed in me. I feel
Cool.
like
That's awesome.
I had a really great drama teacher. I mean, my parents were like at every single band concert,
Right.
every single play, like no matter what. Like they
Right.
were very, very supportive. And I had a great band teacher that was like very supportive. But I was like for acting,
Mhm.
and I had a couple of acting teachers. My teacher Jeff Hudson, Mr. Hudson, but you know. We're old now, so we call each other, I call him Jeff.
Mhm.
He like really believed in me and like put me in my first big main stage show and like gave me a lot of opportunities.
What show was that?
It was called Fools. It's a Neil Simon play.
Cool.
So I got to be in that. He used to run this program with the city of Albuquerque where they would hire actors to like perform plays for kids.
Mhm.
And he hired me to be in like the summer troupe.
Oh, you must have loved that.
I loved it. And you know,
Right.
we were working like 25, 30 hours a week, just
Yeah.
going to different schools, doing shows for kids.
Right.
And like getting paid. He's like, this is your first paid acting job. It's like big deal. You're a professional now. And I was
Right.
like,
That's so cool.
you know, making $5.15 an hour, but I loved it. I loved those summers. I think I did 3 summers,
Mhm.
and I loved it.
Any strange or weird stories from the
Oh, you know, so many. One was I used to play the big bad scary wolf,
Uh-huh.
but we did kind of a take on it where I was like, from Brooklyn, you know.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, why doesn't anybody love me? Hey, I'm in a Hufflepuff employee house. So why doesn't anyone love me? You know, it was like that kind of vibe.
Right.
And I was always in like an oversized house coat, like sick in bed. I was like, I never sneezed. You know, I was just it was like the Stinky Cheese Man books. If you
Right.
ever know those? And it's kind of like sympathizes for the wolf a bit.
Right.
And so I'm just like, I had a cold. I would never, you know,
Right,
blah, blah.
right, right.
And so the kids like didn't like me. Like they always like my cohort, whatever. My the other actress, Emily. She's blonde. She's cute. She's like dressed like a kitty for like one of the other stories. So whenever we played games with the kids, they always would run to her. And we played Duck Duck Goose. They'd always choose her. And I never got chosen. Never.
Oh.
So there's two parts of the story. One is one day we were playing Duck, Duck, Goose, and this kid chose me. And I was like, yes. And I'm like running around the circle all happy.
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago, and you still remember
I'm
it.
so happy.
Yeah.
And then, but I stepped in mud. And I was
Right.
like, New Mexico, you don't rain.
Yeah.
Why is there mud in this gym? And then it's like,
Oh,
oh,
no.
that's not mud. And then I'm like, poop?
No.
And then the counselors are like, oh, yeah, there's a kid that does that. He just poops his pants and then shakes it down the leg and just leaves a trail.
Oh, no.
And I didn't see it. And I stepped in this kid's poop.
And that's the only time someone
That's the
picked you?
only time in 3 years that someone ever picked me. And then the poop was just, you see this kid pooping and just shaking it down. You know, it's very bad for me.
That's a great story.
It was very bad for me.
Right.
And, brand new shoes, of course.
Right.
It was like the first day I wore my new like Nikes.
Right. Just
like-
do it.
And I'm like, someone chose me.
Yeah.
No. Bad.
Oh,
And then the other part of the story is as that
wait,
character,
there's two parts.
I was getting like heckled for the first time ever by this like kid in the audience.
Oh, kid
He was, like-
hecklers are the most
He was like
uncomfortable.
yelling at me, and I'm like trying to do my part, trying to do my little like wolf monologue. And he keeps yelling at me, and then finally the kid goes, "You're fat," and I was like, "I hope you
A
die."
kid said that to you?
Yes. I was in character,
Right.
and then I go,
Oh, wait. So you had like on the wolf costume.
I had on the wolf costume. I had a bath. I was not fat. I
Right.
was literally 17 years old
Right.
wearing a robe. I wasn't.
Right.
But he goes, "You're fat," and I go, "I hope you die." And then
How old was the kid?
like 4 or 5, I don't know, 6.
This kid is good. This kid's in therapy
then
probably
I
still right now.
Started backpedaling because I'm looking around at like the teachers and like other, couple parents, and I go, everybody's gonna die sometime, everybody. It's just, it's just time. Don't worry about it. And hey, let's get over the pig, shall we? Just like, oh, I think I lost my job today. I really thought I was gonna get fired for that one.
It doesn't sound like you did, though.
I lived to step in poop right after that.
This podcast is off to a great start. I'm glad this is the first one. I need a minute to recover. That's hilarious. I didn't get to go on vacations ever as a kid. Did you guys go
Not
on
really.
vacations
We went
ever?
on one vacation.
Me too.
Wait,
one
where did you
vacation.
go? Where did
we
you go?
went to Bar Harbor, Maine,
Ooh,
and yeah, it was like 6 hours from us. What was yours?
The Grand Canyon,
Oh,
which was also a drive
right.
from Albuquerque.
Right.
So we drove the whole family to the Grand Canyon. I think I was like 12 or 13, maybe my first vacation ever.
Mhm.
We drove there and we at the edge.
Right.
Saw it. I think we stayed like a night or two in a hotel.
Yeah, same with us. I remember we all slept on the floor.
Yeah.
And the other thing I remember about mine is for some reason that weekend I decided I wanted to hug every tree. So I was just going up the trees being like, "I love you, tree," and my dad would be like, "What is wrong with our
You're
kid?"
like, I love the trees.
Yes. One of my favorite questions to ask: what was your favorite childhood gift that you got?
I had a pink bike. Like
Okay.
a little.
How old were you when you got it?
I think I must have been like 5.
Okay.
And I thought Santa brought it for me, for
Mhm,
sure.
Of course.
And it had a little white basket with like flowers on it
Uh-huh.
and a banana seat,
Right.
and that's how I learned to ride my bike. And I loved it.
Right.
And then, blah, blah, blah. Years go by. Whenever I discovered there was no Santa,
Right.
I first discovered there was no Tooth Fairy
Mm-hmm.
and no Easter Bunny, it kind of just came up.
Right.
And I go, so does that mean you guys are also Santa? And they go, yeah. And I go, thank you for my bike.
What else?
Oh, the other thing I was going to say, speaking of snacks,
Mm-hmm.
to bring it all the way back around, is like not only did I used to do tortilla cheese,
Mm-hmm.
we would do tortilla with honey.
Is that good?
So good. Tortilla, butter, honey. Microwave it. it's great.
Microwave?
Tortilla, butter, cinnamon, sugar. Microwave that. Pretty much anything on a tortilla, tortilla peanut butter jelly.
I don't know why you're acting. It sounds like you have a career in a new
Tortillas.
cookbook. Yeah.
It's just like 4 recipes.
Yeah.
Just tortillas with things.
Isn't every good cookbook just like 4 recipes and a bunch of filler?
Just
I
like
feel like.
reimagined.
Yeah.
This will be when I'm very famous, when Foul Play comes out, they'll be like, we gotta get you to put out a cookbook.
So when were you like, see a family, I'm out of here?
So when I graduated high school, I
Mhm.
went to
In
college.
Albuquerque?
Yes.
At the nice school?
At the nice school, yes.
Where you stepped in feces?
Yes, I stepped in doo-doo.
Okay.
I graduated and I went to Eastern, which is like a teeny town in New Mexico,
Okay.
and I studied acting.
Oh,
I got a
cool.
degree in theater,
Mhm.
and I studied music. I started singing.
Mhm.
I dropped band. I was like, get the oboe out of here. Get all these instruments away from me. I was like, I was the thespian president when I graduated.
Right.
I was like, I'm a serious actor. I'm going to college for theater. I got my
Cool.
theater degree, but I wound up learning. They were like, you have to audition for the musical this term. And I'm like, well, I don't sing.
Mhm.
And then I quickly learned, actually, I could sing. And then I got cast in the musical. I was in the Pirates of Penzance. I started doing all these musicals
Right.
and singing and acting. And, the rest is history. Improv, everything.
That's cool.
I loved it. I loved school and moved right to New York after.
Hmm.
And my parents still drove down to my tiny college to see me perform.
That's so nice.
It was really sweet.
Yeah. Because you remember that stuff.
Yeah, they showed up for everything. And then, like, during COVID, when I started doing stand-up,
Mhm.
they would show up to all my shows on Zoom.
Really?
Yeah. Even though it was, like, really late for them.
Right.
They'd be, like, falling asleep because they're, like, East Coast time. And
Yeah.
they were East Coast time. I was, like, West Coast time. So they'd be, like, passing out.
I was just talking about someone asked me what was my proudest moment with my parents. And I was like, I was doing a really tiny stand-up show, but my dad got to go. And he just looked so proud of me after. I'm like, I'm going to remember that forever.
Yeah. It's a good
Because it
feeling.
makes a difference when they show up.
It does.
Yeah.
And I got married recently, as you know.
Mhm.
And we, of course, produced a show.
Right.
And 2 days before the wedding, and my parents were there. And
That's
they were
cool.
just glowing. And
Yeah.
my husband's a performer. And, so we put on a really good show. And
That's cool.
they still show up.
If you could go back and tell your little self one thing, what would it be?
Oh, okay.
You do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. If I could go back and tell my younger self anything, what would it be? Don't quit ballet.
When did you quit ballet?
When I was 3,
Why'd you quit?
because I hated it. I hated it so much.
So then why do you not want to quit?
Because when I was in New York, they were like, "Can you dance?" And I'm like, kind of. And I sucked so badly at dancing. And
Yeah.
I could really sing and act, and comedy and all that stuff was always flowing. But then
Right.
I'd go to these like dance calls and just get annihilated
Yeah.
by the real dancers who kept dancing since they were 3.
Right.
And I would, I worked at Broadway Dance Center. I was interning. I was at Steps. I was always like taking dance class, just like bad.
Yeah, I always tell people when they're younger and like, what advice do you have? I'm like, get on stage no matter what. Even if it's something you don't think you want to go on stage for, but it's what you have access to, just take it.
Do it.
Because it's going to make you grow as a performer.
Yeah. And I'm glad that I did.
Yeah.
My brother and I making like little radio shows on like cassette tapes when we were kids.
Oh, do you have any of those still?
I wish.
That would be so awesome.
We had a really good one, like, because we used to do like commercial parodies, and we were like little. We used to do commercial parodies, and I did one for like Sumo Barbie,
Right.
and just about how she was just like really big and like enjoyed smashing people.
I have one I found recently. It was a laxatives commercial, a parody
I
laxatives.
love it.
Yeah. Oh, it was so cringy. I'll have to find it and send it to you.
Must find it. You
Yeah.
must. I wish I had access to those cassettes. Maybe somewhere deep in a box in my parents' basement somewhere.
Well, to sign off, why don't you give us one of the commercials right now?
Okay,
Go
it went
for it.
like this. You think I don't remember it?
No, you
It's like,
do.
I am Sumo Barbie. I look like I'm farting. something else. And then she's like, there's a bridge, and it's like, I like to eat donuts, but without the nuts on top. And
That's awesome.
that's Sumo Barbie for you.
Jen Liv, everybody. Check out her show on, what was it on?
TBS.
TBS, coming out very soon. And she's the voice of Kara in The College Girl that I make. So, yay! Bye, everyone.
Bye.
To get your free trial version of Poop Be Gone, please visit the cereal aisle of your local grocery store. Thank you for choosing Poop Be Gone. We hope that your poop will soon be gone.
Head to gladpod.com for more podcasts or to support us on Patreon. Either way, I am so glad that you were here.